You give the Germans $300,000 to build a luxury car, you end up with this Maybach 57 monstrosity. It looks like a South Side pimp mobile. Good Lord, who'd want to be seen in something like this? Yeah, baby, that's some bling there. I wonder who the fool is that bought this new. 8% sales tax at 300 grand. I'm gonna sit down and figure this out. In this video, we'll be testing the 2016 Acura RDX SUV with all-wheel drive. A very muddy RDX thanks to the weather we've been having. I've washed this car 3 times. I'm not going to do it a 4th time. Let's give it a poor man's wash job. I don't think it worked, but it was fun. Not a bad looking rig from the rear either. Interesting headlight design. 5 bulbs on the left, 5 bulbs on the right. That gives us 6 bulbs for regular driving and 4 high output bulbs for high beam. So if you want to see how these headlights work, we'll fast forward for night vision driving. It appears to be dark enough, so we'll take these headlights out and see if we can light up the countryside. Here we have the low beam setting at a distance of 100 feet. Plenty bright and not too far of a cutoff. Now we've got the brights. More than adequate light, I would say. Here we have the high beams on, a wall at distance of 300 feet. Plenty of light. The low beams reach out there too, and I've noticed the right side about 3 times taller than the left side. That's good. You don't blind oncoming traffic, and you can see signs on the right. So these are excellent headlights, no complaints at all. And from a close-up, you can see the difference between the left side and the right side. Under the hood is a sophisticated 3.5-liter V6 engine, putting out 279 horsepower. Fuel economy is rated at 20 in the city, 29 on the highway for 2-wheel drive. We had the all-wheel drive, which drops it down to 1928 mpg. Acura doesn't offer its 9-speed automatic in this vehicle, which is fine with me because the 6-speed works just fine. There's a sport automatic mode for brisk driving. You also get paddle shifters on the steering wheel if you want to shift for yourself. The base RDX runs around $33,000. This was the high-end RDX all-wheel drive Advance package. I'm told it has every item you can get from Acura, no options. Brought the price to $44,340. You won't see the price on this window sticker here because it's not for sale. This is for factory drivers only. But that's how much it costs, and you can get them cheaper. Time to take a look at the cabin. Now, I did give a lot of rides in this vehicle, and some were commenting that the interior just didn't look fancy enough. I don't agree. Obviously, they were looking at the BMW design. Nice but simple, and it works. Good materials, good workmanship, very nice leather, simple controls. So let's take a closer look. Up front, we get a well-designed gauge cluster. Buttons on the left side of the bottom dash are easy to reach and see, and big. Steering wheel controls well placed, easy to use. A very simple climate control system, 2 knobs with buttons in between. The audio system is a pain in the butt to program your presets, but once you get over that hurdle, you should be okay. You have a secondary audio screen on top, also acts as the navigation screen. Glove box size leaves something to be desired, but you do get a large console in between, which makes up for it. My only complaint had to do with the auto-dimming mirror system. There's no off switch. Nothing that I could find anyway, so you have to stick a piece of gum or tape in the sensor hole if you want to turn it off. Here's the rear storage compartment. The seats do fold down if you want to haul lots of gear. They did give us a full-size spare tire, handy if you're going off-road. We did have one complaint. You would think for 45 grand Acura could give us a cargo net to secure the gear back here. Apparently they don't. So the problem is, every time you take a hard right turn, all the gear slams on the left side of the vehicle. Every time you take a hard left turn, all the gear slams on the right side of the vehicle. This not only wears out the carpet, but it bangs up against the stereo speaker. Not a good idea. I see there are hooks for a cargo net, so I suspect the Acura dealer has some for you if you need one. I'm just telling you, I didn't get one. The all-wheel drive system puts more drag on the engine than the conventional two-wheel drive version. There's still a lot of power here off the V6. Excellent brakes, by the way. The ride is a little bit firmer than average, but not a problem. It's still comfortable. It helps handling in tight corners. I'm sure if you lower the tire pressures from the recommended 35 down to around 31, 32, you could smooth things out. Cornering ability is very good, and there's plenty of steering feel. So now after driving 300 miles, I'm running out of fuel. In case you're wondering about the fuel economy, it was 19 in the city, 27 to 30 on the freeway. Pretty good, I think. The only catch is you do have to use premium fuel. The Acura is a nice freeway cruiser. Very comfortable, nice seats, excellent gas mileage, passing power. Can't complain about that. Tomorrow we're going to take it off pavement and go play in the dirt. Gently though. The RDX can be taken off pavement in a light duty fashion. It does have enough ground clearance for medium-sized rocks, and the all-wheel drive system does work well in loose sand. But this isn't a Jeep Wrangler or Land Rover, so it's a recreational use only. This is based on a car platform, not a truck platform, so drive accordingly and you'll be okay. We'll go take a walk in the Bat Cave.
Yeah, but I need the... Give me the 9mm before we go in there.
Well, just snakes and bats. Not going to kill you.
No, but if somebody sneaks up on us...
They'll fall in with you.
No, they won't.
This is the bottomless pit where you get rid of your ex-wife and people you don't like. Go ahead and toss it in. Keeps on going. Just to note, this vehicle had all the high-end technology stuff like automatic braking, lane warning, radar cruise control, etc. I didn't cover that in this vehicle because I don't like those gadgets. I never use them. I like to keep things simple. That's just me. So if you really need to know how that stuff works, you might have to watch another video. Sorry guys, I'm just a simple guy. Don't use this stuff. As far as the vehicle itself, there are really no complaints for me. Overall, it's a nice vehicle. Great on the freeway, good for around town driving, limited off-road use, good quality, which you get from Honda, so it should last for a long time. Yes, a little bit on the expensive side, but you can get these without all the goodies for around 33 grand, as I mentioned earlier. So overall, it's a nice car. You should look into it if you're looking for an SUV in this price class.